Alright, hello guys, this is video number 5 of my 31-day video challenge. And Paul Mika wanted me to talk a little bit about energy sources. So, disclaimer, I'm not very knowledgeable on this subject, so I'm going to try to share what I do know and my thoughts and opinions. I think oil is still our main, oil and coal are still some of our main sources of energy, and there's reasons to believe that that's not good, and there's also reasons to believe that, hey, maybe that is a good thing. I think on one side, those are still some of the most efficient energy sources we have, oil and coal, and they're not necessarily sustainable, but there's so much of it that, it's going to be a very long time until it runs out, and I'm not sure on the numbers there, but I'm still pretty sure that a lot of people aren't as worried about those things running out. But they are going to eventually, maybe, and so people are looking at other sustainable sources of energy, which I think is cool. Wind and solar are the main ones that people think of. Elon Musk is working on some really awesome stuff with solar energy. That's really exciting to me. Honestly, when people propose government regulations and restrictions to deal with, our depleting energy sources or the pollution caused by our energy sources, I really think that that's the wrong way to go about it. And that goes back to my video yesterday about legality and morality. I just don't think it's right to use force, to put a gun to somebody's head and use force to say, you can't live this way. Now, if they're hurting somebody else, that does make sense. Like if somebody's causing so much pollution that the people around them are having a hard time breathing, then it might be a good thing to say, okay, you're causing harm to people, you're gonna have to pay for this in some way. But really, I think that the direction that things go, I honestly think the free market is the best decider of maybe how things should go. So let me see if I can lay this out. I think if you're concerned about energy, your biggest concern should be efficiency, because if there's a lot of waste, you have a lot of pollution, and you have resources being used inefficiently. You have a lot of resources being used in a minimal amount of output. So what you want, and I think what everybody wants, is minimal resources used and maximal output for those resources. And to me, the best way to achieve that goal is through the free market, because it puts the incentives in place to do that. A company working is always trying to reduce the amount of costs that they incur and trying to increase the amount of output and the amount of production on the other side of it. And so when something is more efficient, I say it's better for the environment, and when something's more efficient, it's going to be better for any company to adopt. I think a lot of people have this skewed view of the free market and of corporations in general, that they're just evil and they're out to destroy the world, and they don't care about what's good for people, and the government has to be our savior. But to me that's really opposite, because in order to sell a product, in order to make money, you've got to make people happy, and if a company isn't making somebody happy, then they're going to go out of business. Now you can have the government bail people out, which I think is ridiculous as well. I mean, if a company is not serving people correctly, then it's going to fail. And to lift up a failing company, that's ridiculous. Why would you lift up something that isn't helping people? I mean, that's the definition of succeeding or failing as a company. You have to produce value to get value. And so back to the idea of energy. I think we're moving in some cool directions, and I think it'll be the market, and I think I think the only thing the government is going to be able to do in that aspect is to hinder what the market can do. But yeah, it's exciting, it's cool, and that's what I've got for today. Thanks to Paul Mika for recommending that video, and if you'd like to make any recommendations, I'd love to see your comments. Like the video if you liked it, share if you want to share, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.